Standing at about the 7.
This kid can kick it all. It ought to end up on Langley.
Bowler, high and deep, will travel to the 4. Manilak, laterally 10, looks for blocks, 15. I see a flag, breaks the tackle, 20, 25, out to the 30. Pretty nice return by Freddie Manilak of 24 yards, or 26 yards.
It's just a piece of debris from the stands out there, John.
So it's 1st and 10 Crusaders. Fair field position at their own 30-yard line. And Renzelli's out over the football. He's got 2 receivers right. The 2 big boys, Coolin and Polshaw. Whistles and flags as the play is blown dead. As Orlando in his 3rd start had a quick count, but somebody moved in that Crusader offensive line. It'll be 1st and 15 after the 5-yard mark off. No, it's the defense is encroaching, so it'll be 1st and 5. Right in, high backfield. Orlando, the junior quarterback, barks the signals. The blast play, Manilak, right side, very short yardage, maybe to the 37. It'll bring Coolin is split end right. Polshaw's the wing left. 5-man lion front. In motion goes Thorne. Here's a quick toss. Manilak running room. 40. Tripped up and will dive to the 41. The trip up was by Jansky. Quarter, first possession. This time double tight end. A lot of different formations. Polshaw flanker left. Handoff inside. Thorne breaks into the secondary. Midfield down at the Notre Dame 48-yard line. Donald Thorne with some nifty running.
Yeah, he popped the tackle right at the line. Someone had a hold of his jersey, but he's able to pull away from that and pick up nice yardage, almost 11 yards on the gain.
Danny Flynn finally broke the yard line. And the Crusaders have their 2nd first down. Wing eye, blast play, Manilak left side, across the 45, down at the 44 of the Lions.
Well, the Crusaders chewed it up on the first drive last week against Big Red, threatening to do the same here now as they pick up 3 on the first down play, 2nd down 7.
Lakovic made the stop, but 2nd and 7 on the 3-yard gain by Freddie Manilak. Pro set this time. Here's a quick toss. Thorne trying to cross outside down to the 41. Good pursuit. Defensive play by Sean Goodridge, the inside linebacker, stringing out the play, helped out by Mike Caddick, the defensive end. Thorne held to a 3-yard gain to the 40, and we'll give him 4 to the 41. It'll be 3rd and 3. Polshaw, Coolin, wide receivers left, the backs are offset. Rolling left, Orlando looking. He's got a man wide open. It's Coolin at the 25, 20. Cuts it back, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Michael Coolin was wide open out in the right flat about 10 yards down as Orlando rolled to that side, and bang, he hit him, and then Coolin made an excellent cutback move. The TD pass of 41 yards, and Central on the board, 6-0.
Well, you are offensive early as usual.
My gosh.
That was a 41-yard TD pass.
Not bad start. Crusaders get on the board. 6-zip. TJ Van Horn will try to add the extra.
Coolin, the favorite receiver. Polshaw holds. The snap is down. They fake it. Polshaw rolling out. I think he can carry it in. He waltzes in. He could have thrown it to Coolin, but it might have been a little more of a chance than what Polshaw had to scamper in because there was nobody there. It's 8-0.
Yeah, when he turned the corner, I mean, you take a look, and Coolin standing there, defender on either side. He probably could have threaded it, but
fake kick and the 2-point run on the conversion by Polshaw. And Central on top quickly as Van Horn tees it up. About 6 yards back. To the left side, bounces at the 15, picked up at about the 12-yard line. Carrying the mail is Danny Flynn, and he'll only get across the 20, maybe to the 21.
It's nice coverage. Crusaders down quickly. He tried to come back to the middle of the field. Freddie Manilak was there for the stop.
Yeah, Manilak along with Pero. So the Lions take it 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Livingston Lions on their own 21.
Hayden's the quarterback. We got split backs, wing right. Double tights. Here comes the sweep to the left side. It's Shearer carrying the football. Almost got to the outside, but a nice open field tackle by safety man Michael Orlando prevented a big gain by tailback Tim Shearer, the 200-pound sophomore. It's a gain of only 3 to the 24. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Everybody should be fortunate to have a 200-pound sophomore running back who can run tail. That's not a bad little guy to have. Little, 200 pounds.
Shearer and Brandon Hope are the running backs.
Well, he sure don't look like 200 pounds.
The wing left is Pat Bentz. Double tight end. Bentz in motion. Rolling out. Hayden looking. He's hit. He loses the football. Krager's after it. There's a dive for it at the 24. I think Central's got it. They do. I'm pretty sure it was Brian Krager. He dove for it. If he held it, he comes up with a fumble recovery.
Yeah, that's him.
Brian Krager.
Brian on it real quick. Joe Polshaw coming from the backside. Quarterback never saw him, didn't feel him coming, and Joe able to knock the ball loose. The Crusaders in good field position, just shy of the 24-yard line. Matter of fact, the ball on the 24.
Just what the Crusaders would like to see happen. You get the opening kickoff, you take it down in 7 plays and score it, and you cause a turnover, and you're at the other team's 24. Pro I, Orlando, deep handoff, bang. Crusaders' Jason Schwartzberger, who usually runs from the fullback position, was running from the tailback position, and he was hit hard for a loss back at the 20. Oh, down at the 26, 2nd and 12.
Rardinelli's
2nd and long. Polshaw and Coolin are the twin receivers right. Talensik tied it left end. The backs are split. Thorne, handoff. Manilak tied up. Reverses his field on the spin. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. He's at the 20. He's out of bounds at the 18 or 17. Nice move by Freddie Manilak. The play was designed to go off the left tackle and left guard. There was nothing there. He did the 360, spun to the outside to the right, and got down. They mark him at the 18-yard line for an 8-yard pickup. Not a bad job, Gino, considering you would have lost a couple.
Yeah, that's just a nice job by an experienced back. He saw that everything was plugged up, spun out of it, came to the near side, found himself an opening, able to get the corner pretty much turned, but not turned enough to get north-south. But indeed, nice 8-yard pickup. 3rd and 4 looks a whole lot better than 2nd and 12 did.
Sure does. Wing left is Polshaw. Split right. Coolin. Option left. Pitch back Manilak. 20. Manilak 15. Close to the first down. Checking the spot. I think he's going to be just short of the first down.
It looks like he's going to be a hair short.
Jansky tripped him up.
The ball just across the 15-yard line, but it looks like they have to get closer to the 14 than the 15 for a first down.
Doug Jansky with the nice block tackle to prevent Manilak from getting what I thought was going to be a sure first down, and I think it's short. Stretch the chains. About a football and a half short. Central undoubtedly on 4th.
Yeah, Kuzikowski here, but it'll be Schwartzberger.
He and Manilak are in the backfield. Double tight end, quarterback sneak. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's going to be close. Orlando tried to punch it on the quarterback sneak, and the defensive front of the Lions did an excellent job of standing up, so Michael couldn't really lunge forward. The spot is going to be close, but I don't think he got it.
No, he had it pretty close to the 14, and he's not there.
They bring the sticks in again. This will be a great defensive stop by Notre Dame. Stretch the chains, and it's short. Excellent defense. It's on top 8-0, and as the Lions break the huddle on their 2nd possession, they fumbled on the 1st possession. Double tight end, wing left. Backs are split behind the sophomore quarterback Hayden. Little counter play, left side. Shear drives up to about the 20.
Shearer drives out to about the 20-yard line.
Looks to be a pretty nice running back for a sophomore.
Strong.
Give him 4 and call it 2nd and a long 5. Again, similar formation. Wing right is Bentz. Backs are split with a double tight end. Bentz in motion, gets the handoff, finds the hole, 20, breaks a tackle, 25, spins to the 30. Russell down at the 31-yard line.
Well, Mike Orlando just refused to let him go once he got a hold of him, but that's a pretty nice job of running by Bentz.
The wing back in motion,
1st and 10 Lions.
as he has been in the first quarter. Hope and Shear are split backs. Bentz, wing right. Double tights again. Play action. Hayden back, going deep. Got a man out there. Couldn't get it. Timmy Shantz, the tight end on the right side. To be a fullback is now 75, which means he's now a lineman. This time they have a flanker or a split end left for the first time, and there's movement. Snap made. Don't see any flags, but a lot of whistles. Now a late flag.
I think the center snapped the ball and didn't realize what the count was. Either that or the Crusaders. Now, if it's going to be that, it's going to be just that. The center forgot the snap count, snapped it a beat early.
5-yard mark off back to the 26. I don't know my rules, so I can't answer your question. Look at Central. 3. They got a 6-man front with 4 linebackers. Quick toss. Shear tries to cut it back. Crawls to the 29.
It's a nice job by Coolin to get his nose in there and disrupt the flow of the play.
They said his knee touched at the 28. Pick up a 2.
Coolin got into the backfield, was able to make things turn up earlier than they were supposed to, and actually got an arm on Shear to help take him down.
3rd and 13. The Central had a 6-man front with 4 linebackers about 3 yards from the line. The only deep man they had was safety man Orlando. They must not expect Cathedral Latin to throw the football very much. Again, we got the double tight ends. We got a Benz is a wing right.
The corners are playing inside.
Central in a 4-4-3. Play action. Hayden back, going deep over the middle. Incomplete. I think Shear was the intended receiver. It was a nice sparrow, but Orlando was closest to the football and almost had the intercept. It'll be 4th and 13.
Yeah, the reason the ball...
They can't take the punt for the Lions.
With Manilak and Orlando standing at the Central 35, they must figure this kid can boom it. Floater. Manilak fields it on one knee. He couldn't have run with it. He lost it, but Orlando fell on it at the Central 41. Could have been disastrous. I think it's over. 1st and 10 at their own 41. They've started at their 30. The Cathedral Latin 24, and now their own 41. High backfield, quick toss. Manilak has running room, 40, 45. Somebody finally touches him at the 47, and he's down, and we've got a late flag. Manilak will get 6 or 7.
There is a flag.
Goodrich and Lankovic on the tackle. But we do have the flag.
Could have been a second flag, too, because...
Personal foul, offense. Excuse me, personal foul, defense.
Against the defense.
So Freddie gets 6 to the 47. And the Lions are penalized 15. That's their 3rd penalty for 25. And all of a sudden, Central is down at the Cathedral Latin 38-yard line.
Flag was thrown. Nobody picked up on it.
On the Lions, 38.
Clock a running. Quick moving first quarter. 2:40 to go. Central on top, 8-0. 41-yard TD pass, Orlando to Coolin. 2-point conversion by Polshaw. Polshaw left, Coolin right. Pro set for Orlando. Option left. Orlando pitches back to Thorne. Thorne hit at the 38 and down at the 37.
One takes the pitch around the left side.
Good coverage.
Yeah, they just strung it out real well. Matter of fact, they made Orlando commit real early to the pitch. There was someone in on him quickly, pitched it early to Thorne. He was strung out, picked up a yard and a half.
Nice deep. Coolin again, split end right. Polshaw flankered left. The backs are split. Colopy tight at left end. Orlando straight back in the pocket, under pressure. He's going to decide to run. He's at the 40, 35, 34-yard line. 72, Mike Caddick made the hit. But coming through and putting extreme pressure was for a score. 3rd and long with a minute to go in the quarter. Same formation. Polshaw left, Coolin right. Now Polshaw comes in motion to join Coolin. Orlando back. It's going to be a screen, but he's in trouble. He's all the way back at his 45. He gets away. He flips it out to Thorne, the screen man in 10. Incomplete, but he did well. Chino, yeah, well, let's see. Back to his 45.
45, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 from the line of scrimmage.
Orlando,
21.
they wanted to let him in, but not that fast.
supposed to hit them once, guys.
And 34. They need 6. Pro set. Colopy tied it right in. Blitz on again. They pick it up this time. Orlando deep drop over the middle. It wobbles. Incomplete and almost intercepted by Bentz.
Yeah, Bentz wanted to intercept it. He'd have been better off just...
Field position, the best of the evening. They had the 21 and the 15. And they line up. Wing left, double tight end, split backs. Central with about an 8-man front. The wingman goes in motion, Timmy Shantz, and he is buried as he gets the handoff back at the 32 or 33.
Yeah, Guy Renzelli had a copy of the playbook on that one because he's sitting in the backfield. He bumped it early, put things off track, and ends up causing a loss of 2.
Back at the 32. Does Central have this team scouted? I mean, they were like in an 8-man line that time.
Yeah. Who carried the ball?
15, Timmy Shantz. I've got 6 rushes for 18 yards for the Lions. This time they split a receiver left. They've got a wing right for Hayden. Bentz, the wingman, comes in motion, and we have movement in the neutral zone as the horn sounds, ending quarter number 1. But with a penalty in there, we may have another play.
Yeah, if it's a defensive penalty, we'll have an untimed play, I believe.
Encroachment defense. Somebody in that offense number 1. Crusaders 8, the Lions nothing. We'll be back after this.
Companies
Bolshaw Central's been down there 2 other times, but the Lion defense has come up big. Let's see if the offense can do anything.
Well, Hayden on 2nd and 7. Turns, hands off in the backfield for Shearer. Shearer going left side across the 40, 45, 50, down the left sideline. 40 of Catholic Central, cuts it back. 30 of Catholic Central. One man to outrun it. It's the lineman. He's just going to go to the end zone. Touchdown.
Did he show some speed, Gino?
Yeah, I thought for just a second there Mark Pirro was going to be able to angle him and get him, but he turned the afterburners on. See you later. That's a 62-yard line. Wow.
I'm going to tell you, I was going to say Central jumped into a 6-man front again, and the only deficit to that, all those guys being close to the line of scrimmage, with some nice speed and power as he broke an initial tackle.
Boner will attempt the extra point. A little trouble placing it, and it's blocked.
And the placer was Bentz, and he just didn't get it down. He should have lifted up and tried to go for the 2-pointer.
So the extra point is blocked, and it's...
The Lions covering 65 yards on 3 plays.
Kick is high and taken at the 16-yard line by Manilak out to the 20-25, tries to cut back and goes down at about the 26. So the Crusaders will go 1st and 10 now with the wind to their back.
Cathedral Latin defense is really stiffened after the opening drive. They're in a little 50 defense.
Now 1st and 10 Catholic Central. Orlando pitches near side. Manilak with a blocker out front, cuts it across the 30, 35, 36, 37-yard line. He takes a tackler all the way with him, and we'll have 10 and just about a 1st down.
And Gabe Benofrio was the blocker out front, Gino, the pulling guard, and he threw a nice block. It was good pursuit, but that's a definite win on 1st down as Manilak gets 11 and picks up Central's 5th 1st down.
I can't believe someone would take the time to call the press box and tell me that I'm calling the visiting team by the wrong name when I'm calling it by the right name. Unbelievable.
Well, at least they're listening, Gino.
Gee, boy.
I'm glad they're listening.
Orlando pop pass over the middle. Nice one-handed catch by Telencic out to the 48-yard line and bounced forward to the 49.
Nice job by Aaron Telencic. Good hands. He's a round baller. Very soft hands to grab that pass that was a little bit behind him, and he'll pick up 12 to the 49, and Orlando is 2 of 4 for 53.
We'll tell you what, the officials better get a handle on this game real quick because there's some extracurricular activity almost after every play, and something's going to happen.
Well, what name are we supposed to call them?
I'm going to call them Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, just like it is in the program.
Well, what did they say the name?
Only the good Lord knows. Pitch right side. Doc Thorne across the 50, drags a tackler with him inside the 49-yard line.
Thorne tries the right side.
Pickup of about a pair. 2nd down and 8.
Yep. Call them the Lions.
Call them Notre Dame. Call them Cathedral Latin.
I called them Notre Dame.
Just don't call them late for the bus ride home. It's a long walk. 2nd and 8. Handoff right side. That is Thorne again. He's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up a yard, but a lot of white shirts waiting for the duck that time.
imperative for Central to get something on this drive because they have...
Chardon, Notre Dame Cathedral, Latin Lions territory. How's that one? Unbelievable. Mike Orlando under center. Back to throw, in trouble. Tosses it over the head of Mike Colopy at the 40-yard line to Orlando's defense.
He was under pressure. It was a drag pattern. Had Colopy caught it, he was off to the races. He was behind the linebacker.
Polshaw in punt formation back at the 41. And here comes Cathedral Latin on a run after him, and he'll get it away. Bounces at the 24, fielded by Shearer, and Shearer will go down at the 16-yard line. 5 Crusaders down there quickly on the defense, but Cathedral Latin sent everybody and their brother that time.
And give Polshaw a lot of credit, Gino, because he realized that, and what he did was he didn't take his normal steps. He took a short step to get it off, and he did a good job of getting it down there for 31 yards and no return, but we do have a flag.
Flag is back on the 48, which was the line of scrimmage. It's against Cathedral Latin. I would imagine the Crusaders would decline, but the Crusaders were illegally in motion, says the official.
Right formation this time.
Polshaw about 13 yards back. Big rush again. Joe gets it away. High boomer. Fumbled back at the 15 by Benz. He'll pick it up and try to come laterally. Gets back to the 15 and then the 16-yard line before he's brought down. So not much difference between the two. Old round huddle.
Here's something I don't agree with. They just fielded the punt and the clock runs. I don't agree with that, but I like the quickness of the game.
Backs are split in the backfield. Offset left a little bit. Hand off to the fullback. That is Hope. Hope going laterally left, ends up at about the 18-yard line before he's dragged down on the stop for the Crusaders. Number 63, Mark Pirro. Prager also on the stop.
Pickup of 2.
2 yards. 2nd and 8.
Nice 50. Central 1-4. Over that ticket, please come to the press box.
2nd and 8. Backs offset to the right. Benz is wing to the left side. And the handoff, Shearer trying to go left side, but he runs right into the arms of a waiting Crusader, and it was Pirro, I believe, wasn't it?
No.
No. On the far side.
Brian
Prager, the man who bear hugged him down.
Pirro knocked down Jansky, the tight end who was trying to block him as the play was coming to a close.
Loss of
1.
A single yard on the play. Shearer 72 yards on 5 carries.
They have moved Prager in a linebacker spot. We haven't seen him there this year. We've always seen him at a defensive tackle, unless he played some backer last week.
Backs offset to the right. Handoff, little counterplay in the backfield. Shearer across the 20 to the 25-yard line, but he'll be a yard shy of the first down and bring up 4th and a yard.
Good stop by Freddie Manilag, but I tell you what, sophomore tailback Tim Shear is a very hard runner. Should get good field position.
Kancic will kick it away. Mike Orlando, single safety back at his own 45. Kancic will kick into the wing. Crusaders come up or after it. Freddie Manilag almost got there, but not quite. Orlando will fair catch the football at his own 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 Crusaders, their own 49. 6:14 to go in the second quarter. Crusaders with an 8-6 lead.
Over this excellent field position that they've been getting.
1st and 10 Crusaders. Ball at the 49-yard line. Orlando under center. Coolin is wide left. Polshaw flanker to the right side. Option right. Orlando in trouble. Has to turn it up across the 50 to about the 48-yard line of Notre Dame. Pickup of about a pair. 2nd and 8.
15 Crusader rushes. They've got 53 in the air.
2nd down, a short 8. Orlando wants to throw rolling left. Gets some time this time. Lets it go deep down the left sideline, but he's going to overthrow Mike Coolin by about a yard and a half as Michael dives and comes up short inside the 10-yard line. Orlando threw that ball from behind the 50 and landed at the 5.
He threw it very well, but he threw it into double coverage. Had he been able to pick up Polshaw at the 40, he was open because the corner and the safety went for Coolin. Polshaw.
Same formation. Thorne and behind Orlando. And the handoff to Manilak on the draw. He'll go to the right side to the 45 and be knocked down there.
Manilak on the draw goes around the right side.
Sturger got him, but I thought Freddie did a good job, Gene. Nothing where he was going, so he cut it to the outside and got a gain, but short of the first down.
Well, that good stuff. First 5 minutes left. We'll give it a shot. Polshaw with a pretty good win behind him. Stands at his own 41. Here comes Cathedral Latin again, end over end to the near side. Fielded at the 24 and out to the 30-yard line is Jansky.
He did a good job, too, Gino, right on his fingertips at the ball.
Hayden, double tight ends, a wing right, backs offset. Hayden wants to throw, in trouble as he rolls left, a hand in his face, puts it up in the air, and Manilak intercepts it at the 44-yard line and brings it back to the 42 before he's dragged down.
Uh-oh, is what I said, Gino. He was rolling left, throwing against the grain. He looked for Shear in the flat. That was the primary man. He was covered, so he threw it up for grabs.
Not sure if it was D'Onofrio or Pirro that put a hand up in Hayden's face, and it was a duck.
Central needs to put it in here. They have taken advantage of a poor throw by Hayden, an ill-advised throw, and they've got excellent field position at the Lion 42.
Look at this, Jim McCormick being worked on by the trainer. He's got himself a boo-boo.
He just wanted Marshall to take care of him.
Pitch right side. Jason Schwartzberger down the right sideline. Catch you later. He's going to head for the end zone and get in. No, he stepped out of bounds at the 20.
Oh, my man Jason showed some afterburners there. He got outside quick.
That just looked like a common, okay, around the corner, get 5 or 10 and get pushed out of bounds. He turned the afterburners on, but stepped out at the 21.
That's a shame.
It's going to be a 21-yard pickup.
21-yard pickup for Jason.
Guess what the doctor ordered with 3:54 to go in the half.
Well, he stepped out on the visitor's sideline. Had it been on the home sideline, who knows? That stuff doesn't happen, does it? Polshaw motions right to left out of the flanker. Backs in the eye handoff. Manilak in the backfield. Tough sledding as he gets across the 20-yard line. He'll pick up a little less than 2 yards. Played entirely in their territory.
It had one play, the big run of 62 yards.
Second at a little bit less than 9 yards, Orlando. Fades to throw, tosses it on a touch to Polshaw left side, and he hangs on inside the 10-yard line for the first down.
Super catch by Joe Polshaw, Gino. 3 dudes were around him. Excellent throw by Orlando.
Boy, that was a beautiful touch pass. I mean, you couldn't have thrown it in there on the line. You had to get some air under it. Mike Orlando with a nice touch to Joe Polshaw. And the move to Orlando a quarterback and Polshaw a wide receiver is just looking better and better and better every week.
Orlando's done a fine job at quarterback. Not that Polshaw didn't, but Polshaw gives him another dimension at wide receiver to join Coolin. 2 excellent receivers.
First and goal at the 9. Back split pro set pitch right. Jason Schwartzberger trying to break a tackle in the backfield. Does. Inside the 10, down near the 5-yard line. Schwartzberger could have given up and gone down at the 11. Instead, he gets to the 5 and picks up 4.
Great effort by Jason because Doug Jansky had him wrapped up, but he had him high, and the little man got down low. Instead of losing 2, he picks up 4.
There's by a deuce.
Polshaw comes out. They go with the bone and double tight end.
Orlando hands off right side. Manilak inside the 5 into a stack and down at the 3, maybe the 2.
Well, that's a nice play by Brad Schmidt, the cornerback. He came crashing down because Manilak was behind the wall and looked like Manilak could have moved into the end zone, but Schmidt from behind dragged him down.
Gain to the 2 of 3. Freddie, 49 yards, 11 carries here in the first half.
Bias in for Thorne. They'll probably be double tights bone again.
Surprise, surprise, huh?
Nah, no surprise. I know what you mean.
It works. No reason not to. Think they're going right? Look at that. Hand off to the fullback this time. Schwartzberger pushed back. Forward progress marked inside the 1-yard line, and now it's decision time.
Man, no decision. You definitely go for it. But I tell you what, the Cathedral Latin defense against the run since that first drive has really improved. This is a big play. It's a little more than 1. Central. All right, do you power it to the right, or do you come little option left?
I show the wishbone and sneak someone out.
They got more than a yard to go, Gene. It's about a yard and a half.
I show the wishbone and sneak Colopy out or somebody out. Who's on the left side? Cool's on the left side.
I option left. That's what I know.
Fake the handoff. Orlando wanted to roll. He's trapped, and he'll go down at the 2-yard line. So for the second time, Cathedral Latin stops a 4th and short. This time it would have been 4th for a touchdown. And hold and take over on downs. A loss of, 2 on the play.
I'll tell you.
First down, quarterback sneak. Hayden
on quarterback
out to the 5. Give him a pair. Second down and 8. Cathedral Latin's just going to be happy to run the clock out and get out of here, but the Crusaders call timeout with 47 seconds to go first half, up by 2. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Second down, 8. Cathedral Latin at their own 5-yard line, and the handoff to Shearer. Shearer across the 5 to about the 7. Fumble. The Crusaders have it.
Donald Thorne came up with it.
Wow, that's a big one. That's a big one. That timeout now really pays off because you're sitting with 42 seconds on the clock, a 1st and goal, and you still have 2 timeouts.
Third turnover by the Lions. 2 fumbles and 1 pass interception.
Cathedral Latin's going to help out here and call timeout if Coach gets the message in. He does. 42 seconds to go in the half. 8-6 Catholic Central. Will be back to Harding Stadium in 30 seconds.
Here is that Paul Shaw's played the first, 4 games as quarterback, so you don't have an inexperienced dude in there.
Now you've got a very experienced guy running the wishbone. Option left, pitch, duck Thorne, 1 man to beat, turns it up, touchdown Crusaders.
That's the play I called on 4th and a yard and a half. Bone option left, flag right in the center of the line. That's normally in the holding area.
And away from the play.
And the Crusaders on the field do not know it, as T.J. Van Horn was out there for the conversion.
Were you at Harding Stadium?
Pardon?
Are we at Harding Stadium?
I think so.
Step out on the 21. Hold.
Against the Crusaders.
So really, they lost 5 yards, but more importantly, they lost a touchdown. We've got 37 ticks to go. Central penalized 3 times for 20 yards. I think they're going to have to pass.
They go to the pro set with 37 seconds to go in the half, and Polshaw back to throw, in trouble. Will throw it towards the end zone. Colopy, did he hold it? No.
I think Dan Flynn may have got his hand on it, Gino.
He didn't get it. We only have 14 points on the board. I wonder what, with all the pressure, I wonder what a quarterback draw would look like.
Not a bad call, as Connor is in the wide receiver. The sophomore.
He's wide to the right side. Polshaw fakes the handoff, rolls left, has a man open in the end zone, goes short to Thorne. Instead, he'll cross the goal line. Touchdown, Crusaders.
Beautiful pattern.
Any laundry on the field?
No laundry. Beautiful pattern. Thorne out of the backfield. They sent 3 guys to the left, Gino. 2 of them went into the end zone. Thorne flipped out of the backfield at about the 7-yard line. Polshaw flipped it to him. There was nobody there. Big TD.
So the Crusaders cash it in with 24 seconds to go in the half. 14-6. T.J. Van Horn will try to make it 15. Decent snap. Kick is up. And it is on to Langley Avenue. 15-6 Crusaders. 24 seconds to go in a half. Back in 30 seconds.
When it's time for a new...
Thorne with the pass from Polshaw after Thorne set up the TD with a fumble recovery. When the Lions made a huge mistake fumbling inside their 10 with less than a minute to go.
Van Horn to kick it off. Shearer and Flynn back, and it's a worm burner. Crosses the 25, picked up by Jansky at the 29, 30, 32, 33, and dragged down there. Jansky looks to be pretty strong. It took 3 Crusaders to drag him down.
Connor comes in on defense as a late entry, replacing Orlando, who's in the locker room with an ankle injury.
Clock down to 5. They'll get the play off and counter play to Shearer. He's across the 35 to the 41-yard line. He'll pick up about 9. And the first half will come to an end with the score Catholic Central 15. Chardon Notre Dame Cathedral Latin Lions 6. We'll be back to Harding Stadium in 60 seconds. Now TJ ready to hit it. He'll kick this one away, and it's a good boot. Shearer at the 7-yard line. Out to the 15-20, looks for somewhere to go. Cuts it outside, 25-30. Nice stiff arm on the way, and down at the 36-yard line as he's spun down finally by Rob Bodo.
Helped out by Piro.
Piro helped him out, and another nice run by Shearer in pretty good field position.
Crusader coaching staff holds their breath just a little bit.
Well, they only touched it 16 times total in the first half. Central with excellent ball control.
Back split wing right, and the handoff Hope to Hope, and he'll get short of the 35-yard line. That's going to be a loss. Now they're going to give him the forward progress out to the 37.
Nice job by Jason Bias playing the left outside linebacker position, and they're going with the no huddle, the Lions.
The yard for Hope. 2nd down 9. This time it's Shearer on the wing around to the 40-yard line, out to the 45, and he'll be wrestled down at the 46-yard line by Talensik. David Connor and Mike Coolin around the tackle, along with Brian Krager.
Now again, no huddle. Shearer picks himself 10 if they spot it at the 47 and a first down for the Lions. They spot it at, we'll call it the 47. Only their 3rd first down.
Again, back split. This time the handoff coming across the middle to Shantz across the 45 to the 48.
Little wingback scissors around. Central staying at home, doing a real good job as Piro was waiting from his linebacker position.
Pick up of a yard, 2nd and 9.
Yard or so, 2nd down 9. Crusaders 15-6, 10:42 to go, 3rd quarter. Backs offset left wing right, Shantz. Hand up. Nope, they're going to pass the ball. Back to throw. Hayden, the ball is loose and fallen on back at the 35-yard line by Shearer.
Colin with the sack, forcing the fumble.
Tackled by Gabe.
48, they'll lose back to the 34.5. A 14-yard loss.
Big defensive play by left defensive end Michael Colin. So he and Bias teaming up with 2 excellent defensive plays here in this series.
3rd and 21. Wing left. Backs offset right. Handoff Shearer. Sweep left. And he'll be grabbed in the backfield by Krager and dropped for another loss.
Krager immediately.
Central blitzing the backers, which freed up Krager to defensive tackle as they just outmanned him over there.
4th and 23.
Just look, when it looked like they were going to move, Gino. 2 straight consecutive losses.
Call it 4th and 24. 9.5 to go. 3rd quarter, and they'll kick it away. High snap handled. Nice driving spiral into the wind, and fair caught by Talensik back at the 37-yard line.
So we didn't see Orlando on defense, and we won't see him on offense with Talensik fielding the punt and Polshaw coming in at quarterback.
It's Orlando.
That's what I know.
Hobbles in, and we'll run the offense for at least a while.
I wouldn't figure he'd run any option plays.
Pro set pitch left. Duck Thorne looking for a block. Turns the corner as he gets between 2 defenders. 45-50. 45 of Cathedral Latin to the 30, to the 35, and dragged out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Now it was 30-25 and then 22.
It's funny, I run into Duck's dad, into John, and I said, Duckster, the boy's showing some real good speed tonight, and he's hitting the hole quickly, and he put on a move there, Gino. He gave him a little stutter step and almost was able to take it all the way. He just burst through at the point of attack when he went right through 2 tacklers. Superb gain to the 21-yard line. That's 42 yards.
Quickly, Thorne now with 57 yards. He had 15 at the half. Pitch right. Manilak behind Thorne this time looking for a block. Freddie cuts it back, a little stutter step across the 20 down to the 18. Pickup of about 3 or 4.
Pickup of 3.
As far Mike Orlando's second half has been pitch right, pitch left. Polshaw's wide right. Backs in the eye. Double tight end. Option left, Orlando. Looking to turn it up. Does. Across the 15, down to the 14-yard line.
Surprising, but Michael with a good decision. Had no pitch man, turned it up and got a plus. Back to +5.
To the 14. Like 4 carries, 8 yards.
Enjoyed my stay at the clinic last evening, although I was mentally fatigued. Unbalanced line right for Central. Let's see if they pick it up.
Backs offset right with a slot right. Pitch right. Duck Thorne with Manilak in front blocking. Thorne with the cutback. Won't get much. He'll be shy of the first down. Pick up about a yard. So that'll bring up 4th down and less than a yard.
With the double tights bone, probably, as Thorne and Polshaw come out.
Crusaders have come up short on 2 4th down and less than 1s.
Look for Bias. Going left.
Hand off to
Bias.
Jason, and he'll get down to the 10, and he'll have the first down.
Bias runs hard and gets off the ball quickly, and we've seen him in previous games carry when he comes in from the right halfback spot to the left.
So Jason with a 2-yard pickup. First and 10? Yeah, 1st and 10. They can pick up a first down at about the 4-inch line.
At the 10.
No, first down is possible. They put the sticks back up. Pitch right. Thorne has some room across the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown.
It's there. They got him stunting left, and they pitched right. And Thorne made the cut. He's had a superb game this evening. Nice block by Manilak and Coolin to clear the way as Thorne turned it up.
Now, these guys made fun of me, saying on a 4-inch line you can get a first down. Now, the pylons are about 4 inches wide, and that's where the first down marker was. Now, there was some scientific knowledge there.
That's exactly right, Gino. I'm not going to argue with you.
It's a newspaper guy down there. What's his name? Henry
Rito? He was almost perfect on his stats for the first half.
Kick is up and good as TJ buries it.
He's hot tonight. He's pounding it.
6:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Catholic Central 22. Lions 6. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Flynn back deep for the Lions.
Now the Crusaders get the 10-yard touchdown run from Donald Thorne. And we'll kick it off. Flynn and Shear back to receive Van Horn's kick.
So Thorne has caught a pass for a TD and run for a TD.
TJ hits this one well. This one will bounce right on the goal line and go into the end zone.
Told you, he's fired up. He must have been eating his vitamin pills today. Crusader pep pills.
And the football that went out on the Langley just came back onto the field in the end zone.
The Lions take it on the 20.
At safety, replacing Orlando on defense.
Hayden brings his team out, wing right, back split, offset left. Double tight end. Crusaders jump into a 6-man line. Pitch left. Shear turns it up across the 20 to the 23-yard line, maybe the 24.
Manilak with a nice tackle. Freddie's been playing some real good defense the last 3 weeks.
Give Shear 3. That gives him 100 on the night on 10 carries.
2nd and 7.
Unofficially.
They've got 103 total. Because of the sack the last time of 14 yards. But they just haven't had the football. 22 plays for Cathedral Latin. Middle of the 3rd quarter.
Hayden rolls right, wants to run on the bootleg to the 24, dragged down to the 25-yard line, having none of it.
Super play.
Jason Bias.
Yes, super play by Jason. He fought off the block of Berardinelli and made the play and held it to a 2-yard gain. That was good bootleg action by Hayden. I thought he had everybody faked out, but not Bias.
3rd down 5. Shearer is offset to the right side. Wing left side is Shantz. And the handoff to Shearer wants to sweep left across 25, 30, 35, and he'll have the first down at the 37-yard line.
Shearer's quick off the ball, Gino. No, he's got 12. 37 from the 25.
Excuse me. Correct.
That was a nice run.
Handoff Shearer again, this time on the dive play. Fights tough yardage out near the 40-yard line.
Shearer off the left side.
117 on 13 carries.
That's very nice. But his team trails 22-6 with 4:11 to go in the third quarter.
Double tight end, wing right. It's not exactly one of those offenses where you can make a lot of things happen, but when you have a Shearer as he tries the right side, gets outside and picks up a yard to the 41.
It's like a hold, huh?
Yeah, when you have a kid like him, anything could happen at any moment, so this one will probably come back. The hold happened at the 37, so it'll go back to the 27.
You'd think that 1 of 5 yards against the Lions. Central been penalized 3 times for 20. Very few flags this evening.
Now this time they split a man out to the right. That's Tenancic. And whistles and bells before the play gets started.
Shearer was going to be buried anyway because Thorne came on a blitz along with Pirro, and they had Shearer wrapped up at the 25.
And Thorne ended up with the football, too. Crusaders encroachment on the play.
Encroachment against the Crusaders.
Second and more like 14. Hayden under center, wing left, double tight end. Backs off set to the right. Crusaders again jump into the 6-man line, and this time Shearer on the straight dive is across the 40 to the 41. Nice pickup, 32 to the 40, 8 yards. 125, 14 carries, but he's the only horse.
Again, Central taking chances. They're jumping into 6-man fronts. They're blitzing the linebackers, and if Shearer can get through the first wave, as he did on the score, then you're in trouble. But for the most part, Central's defense has done an excellent job.
Same formation, wing to the right, handoff, dive play, Shearer across the 42. Thorne. I mean, Shearer's getting the ball and getting the ball and getting hit and getting hit. How much can you take?
You know, and he has been outstanding both ways this evening.
Manilak and is that Tenancic? Aaron Tenancic back to receive the kick. High floater. They'll just let it bounce. It hits at the 35 and will be down at the 30-yard line.
28-yard punt, no return.
Crusaders will go 1st and 10 there with just 1:53 left in the third quarter. They hold a 22-6 lead. And can you tell me he won't feel that in the morning? Ooh.
I would assume they will ice him up a lot after the ball game.
Mike Orlando, hands off right side. Manilak, some room to run, cuts it outside. 35-40, he's quick. 45-50 down the right sideline. 30-25, one man with an angle, but the afterburners kick in. Touchdown, Fred Manilak.
They jumped into a 6-man front, similar to what we've seen Central do. And Manilak got through the first wave, had a key block at the point of attack, and Freddie showed the speed that he had. He outran the secondary. 70 yards, one play.
122 yards, 13 carries for Fred Manilak, and the Crusaders just put it out of reach. 28-6, 29 to be attempted. Manilak gets a big hug from Greg Bain. Freddie saw the outside, took the corner, and once he turned it, it was see ya.
They made the right call against that 6-man front.
Good snap. Kick is hooked left, though. T.J. Van Horn got a little too much of it and drags it wide left. But the Crusaders lead by 22 with 1:24 to go in the third period. And they'll look.
Yeah, Central wasted a lot of first quarter opportunities, but they haven't wasted them here in the third quarter. 2 possessions, 6 plays, 63 after a punt, 1 play, 70 after a punt. 7 plays, 2 scores. Pretty good average.
TJ Van Horn to kick off.
Flynn and Shearer back. Van Horn's kick, a worm burner. Across the 30, 25, ground ball to the 15, picked up by Flynn. Out to the 20, cuts back to the middle, 25, 30, and a nice block tackle.
Yeah, Robbie Bodo, who you mentioned
down low
on the last kickoff. That's an excellent block tackle.
Robbie just went down, took his ankles out.
Give us a little update.
Yeah, Norm, if you can pick up a score just when we get a dead period, pop it on and will take it. First and 10 at the 31.5-yard line for Cathedral Latin. Crusaders jump back into a 4-4 now, and in trouble in the backfield, Hayden, and he'll be dropped for a loss by Joe Polshaw back at the 29.
The central blitzing, Gino. Polshaw's a right outside linebacker. That was play action bootleg to the left. Hayden had no chance.
I don't know if Greggy and his staff scouted this team this well. They got a little bit of help besides, or what? But they've had the playbook.
It certainly appears that the scouting report by whoever is scouted, and I know they've scouted them a number of times, has come up with an excellent defensive game plan. Look at the front now. Look how many you got up front.
Yep. Well, they jump back one man.
They had 7. Now they have 6.
Shearer, left side, looking to get outside. Cannot get outside. He's taken down.
Pirro. Another loss, Gene.
Gee, boy. I mean, the longer it goes, the worse it gets.
Loss of 1 to the 28.
Barry Chambers helped out on the tackle.
Central dominating 28-6 at the end of 3, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Legend tells of the mystic.
6 times in 26 rushing attempts for the Lions of Cathedral Latin. Their backs have been hit for losses.
Kikancic is wide right. Shearer is wing left. Nope, that's not Shearer. That's Flynn. He'll motion left to right. Back to throw. Hayden pump fake. Throw down the right sideline. And it's not down the right sideline. It's into the hands of David Connor, and he wanted to get going and forgot something. Football.
David saw the end zone on that floater that was 5 yards overthrown. He was saying, man, I got to be my first varsity intercept for a touchdown. Delincic and Manilak are deep. The Kancic is in punt formation. Should have the wind with him. End over end. Delincic at his 40 looks for a block, gets one from Manilak. 45, cuts it back. 46, and that's all.
Delincic brings it back to
7 plays.
One touchdown every 3.5 plays is pretty decent.
7 plays and 2 scores. Orlando. Schwartzberger over the left side. He's snowed under by 4 white shirt lines. Forward progress for Jason to the 47 for 2, 2nd and 8. They have not passed in the second half. They had 76 yards and 2 scores in the first half through the air, 1 by Polshaw and 1 thrown by Orlando. Pro set, quick toss, left side. Schwartzberger breaks 1 tackle, slips as he tries to turn the corner in front of the Cathedral Latin bench, and will be down at the 49 for 2 more, 3rd and 6.
That's 2 times we've seen someone try to tackle Jason by the shoulder pads, and you can't do it.
Because his shoulder pads are a little lower than most running backs, because he maybe 5'6", 5'7", very slippery. Come on, Gino.
I'm just telling you what's in here.
That's McCormick again. Back to pass. Orlando steps up in the pocket. He's hit. The ball is loose, and Mike falls on it back at the 43. Could not get away from good. Polshaw punted twice in the first half. They punted on their 5th possession. The last time. Low snap. Polshaw has to hurry. Floater, wind hits it. Jansky at the 30, hit at the 32, gets away to the outside. Manilak's got him at the 35, and he and Thorne spin him down. Looked like they were grabbing a mule or a steer in the rodeo.
Well, when 24 and 25 get around the ball, something usually happens, doesn't it? They had a nice time there.
28-yard punt in half, but they still have 2 scores, and they've increased their 15-6 lead to 28-6 with 9:08 to go in the game.
In the defensive backfield, along with Dave Connor.
A lot of youngsters in that Crusader defensive backfield at this time. Hayden, play action, rolling out, flipping it out in the flat. Shear open, 45. Nice. Shoestring open field tackle by outside linebacker on the right side. Mike Kuzakowski prevented Shear to maybe getting off to the races.
That's a nice job by Kuzakowski to get him around the ankles and bring him down.
It is a gain of 11, though, and that's the first completion of the football game, and only the 5th pass thrown by Hayden, and the 5th first down. Again, they got a wing right, split backs. Formation they've used almost all evening with a double tight end. Hayden on the sweep. Shear hitting the backfield by Jason Bias. Got away from him, but managed to get back maybe to the line of scrimmage.
Jason mad at himself for not bringing him down further in the backfield for a bigger loss, but to Jason's defense, he was off balance. He was fighting off a blocker at the time he was trying to make the tackle and didn't have leverage to take him down. Still a loss of about a half yard.
Yeah, 2nd and 11. 7th time they've been hit for losses.
2 consecutive losses in a row. Talk about redundancy for sure.
Wing right, split backs, play action. Hayden now rolling out right. Has a man open in the flat, overthrew him.
Well, he's going to have a late hit, too. Unnecessary roughness.
That was 88. And we don't have him on the program. Unless that's a 6. We don't have an 86 either.
88.
So the pass is incomplete, but after the play, we've got a personal foul against the Crusaders, the 5th. We only have 1 game.
I could be doing my last game at Harding Stadium.
We only have 1 game apiece the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is that right?
We'll have to talk to the boss.
3, 6, 7-man front for Central. Counter play. Shear does a good job of getting 5 to the 35. Chambers got it. 180-pound junior defensive end. 2nd and 5. Clock continues to roll with 7:35 to go.
Was it Frosty?
Wing right, split backs, double tights. Central in the 5-man front. Rolling out. Hayden looking over the middle. Has a man intercepted by Connor. Nope, dropped it. As the intended receiver was Dame-Cath, the right tight end. Pass overthrown. As David grabbed it, the receiver turned into a defensive back and grabbed Connor's arm, and the ball flipped out for an incompletion.
It's all right, Dave. Just don't let the other guy catch it.
So it is 3rd and about 6 at the Central 35. Clock stopped on the incompletion. There goes a motion man rolling out. Hayden looking, under trouble, and he's hit for another loss. Double hit there. Let's catch him. 74 Chambers, 62 Gabe D'Onofrio, the 2 defensive ends.
3rd sack for the Crusaders.
Loss of 3 to the 38, and the 8th time
4th and 9.
a Lion has been hit in a bit.
Played the last 2 weeks, and quite frankly, the week before against Bel Air, a good first half of defense.
So it's 4th and 9 at the Central 38. Back in the pocket, Hayden dropped it and then falls on it for a loss at the 48 of 10, and Central will take over, and that's the 9th time they've been hit in the backfield. For Notre Dame. Oh, that guy's in the neutral zone. Yeah, he don't want to throw the flag.
That's late in the game.
One of the defensive guys, you could see his helmet's over the ball. Inside handoff, Jason Schwartzweger crosses the midfield. Down to the line 49, maybe the 48-yard line.
Shannon will flank out to the right side. I think this is the first time he's been in the game tonight.
Yep, he's a wide out with a double tight end, and Brian goes in motion. Oshaw will option right, pitch back. This play was played well, but Menelac gets away and makes a gain out of a loss as he's pounded down at the 47-yard line by 88, the guy we have no name on. But Freddie was hit back at his own 46-yard line. Should have lost, but will pick up 2 to the 47. And it'll be 3rd and 5, actually 3rd and 4, on a good effort by Freddie Menelac.
Freddie, 124 yards, 14 carries.
I think Coach Bain is putting in the seniors. As Joe Barcalow comes in at a wide out replacing Shannon, trying to make sure he gets every one of his 15 seniors into the ball game if they haven't already been in. Split backs in a pro set. Bolshaw, quick toss, left side. Schwartzberger cuts it up, 45, maybe the 44. On his back, Mike Caddick. Short of the first down, but I think Central will go for it. With 4:59 and counting and a 22-point lead, Jason got 2. They spotted him down at the 45. Clock just continues to roll. I'd say a fast game, Gina.
Yeah, not bad. Pushing, what, 10 to 10?
Mm-hmm. Anything on ESPN tonight?
Should be a West Coast game. The Huskies play today.
They played Pacific. They rolled. Fourth and a pair. Double tight end, quick toss. Schwartzberger, 45, 44, 43. Should have enough for a first down.
Yeah, he's at the 42. He'll have the first down.
Latkovic made the stop, but Jason lowered the boom, and yes, he got a good spot about the 42, 3-yard pickup. The clock will continue to roll. Central on the Falcons and the Aztecs. The Falcons is Air Force. The Falcons.
First down, Crusader.
Against San Diego State. We got double tight ends, high backfield.
Just let that one go.
Bias is the fullback. Polshaw turned the wrong way. Looked like somebody might have grabbed his face mask, but didn't. Polshaw will lose a yard back to the 43. Bias went to the right. Polshaw turned to the left. The assumption is now.
Referring that you were an excellent instructor in that.
Oh, I just thought I did a good job and enjoyed my social studies.
They tell me you used to dress up in character.
Well, I used to sing a little bit, dress a little bit. There's Bias on the same play. He gets into the secondary, 40, 35. Bias all the way down to the 30. Has another Crusader first down. They run the play the way it appeared that Bias was going to go last time. Finally brought down by Brad Smith, but not before Jason will pick up 14 to the 29 on the quick pop by the fullback.
124 on 14. Thorne with 68 on 7.
That's a pretty good average.
Just a hair shy 9 or 10.
Double tight end split backs. Schwartzberger and Bias. Quick toss to Jason, the left side. Cuts across the 30. Jason, looked like he was going to go somewhere. Then the mystery man, 88, came from nowhere and put a good pop on Jason at the 26, holding them a 3-yard gain. High backfield, Bias left side, Bias to the 21, but a flag.
Got ourselves a face mask, possibly.
Jason, a quick starter.
Flag.
Nope, hold.
Holding against the Crusaders.
Did what, 3-4 yards?
The air game only needed in the first half.
Catch some of these numbers of the youngsters.
Ball at the 32-yard line after the 10-yard holding penalty.
Flag day at the old ballpark.
That's from the linesman. No, that's from the umpire, the guy that stands behind the line. So that's probably procedure in the line.
Hey, whatever you think, Coach.
That's what he's called. When Cathedral Latin fumbled inside their 10 and Central scored before the half and led 15-6, put 2 on in the third, and it's 28-6. And here's Bias for negligible for a short gain. I knew I'd get a rise out of the press box. Negligible? Whatever that. My vocabulary isn't often too good. Nah. Isn't often? Whatever. I'm game for Bias. When I worked at S.E. Dennis in Toronto, Mrs. Westlake, she was a lovely lady. English instructor, used to tell me about my dangling participles. There's motion by Central. As one of the wideouts decided to move up on the line. That was Anthony Isidore, and he's flagged for 5. Ball back to the 42.
Dave Riley goes into the lineup.
A minute and 25 to go. Central will move to 5-3, winning a pair of consecutive games, and will be on the road with Coshocton next Friday, and the Toronto Red Knights having an outstanding season under Coach Ronnie Paul at 6-2. Draw play. Schwartzberger to the 40. Stormed under after a 2-yard pickup. I think Coshocton won their first 4, Gino, and have lost their last 4, or they won their first 3 and lost their last 5.
Whatever you say. I know one time they had a decent record. I think you were right, first 4.
Punt formation, I think, as the clock runs, on 4th and a bundle at the Lions 41. Polshaw in punt formation. Going to be a 9-man rush. Here they come. Polshaw drops it, but he'll get it away, and he gets it out of there nicely.
Nice into the wind kick.
Shear drops it at the 13. He's hit at the 13 by 4 Crusaders and buried. 27-yard punt, no return.
You were close, 5 Crusaders.
With penalties included, they started at their own 48-yard line with 14 plays and penalties, they punted from the other team's 40. So think of it as only 12 yards in that.
I take that back. I think it was more like 423, 430 when I got the ball somewhere in there.
This should be the last play. Shear on a sweep to the outside, breaks one tackle. He's at the 25, breaks another tackle, 35, 37, and out of bounds with 2 seconds to go. Shear will pick up nifty yardage of 24, and he's had a great 7 on 31 carries.
Hayden's a minus 29 on sacks. Benz has 1 carry for 11. Hope is 2 for 3.
Last play of the game. And it'll be a sweep to Shear. He's hitting the backfield again for a loss, and this game is over, and the Crusaders move to 5-3. Cathedral Latin drops to 2-6. Your final score, Catholic Central 28, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin 6, and we'll be back after this.